It is Monday, 5/19/2025 at 3:01 p.m. I hope everybody's having a wonderful Monday. Um, I'm Bobby Barnett here, certified Skywarn storm spotter, always imitated, never duplicated. That's what I'm talking about. I know everybody's wanting to sing that Kit Kat jingle, give me a break, give me a break. Yeah, we're in some severe weather mode this week. We're going to be looking at the rest of our Monday and Monday night, and then we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of Tuesday. The next convective thunderstorm outlook, I believe, drops tonight later on around 11 or midnight tonight. So hopefully my audio is working good and the graphics are showing good. I don't have the radar in motion, but you see there's a few showers and thunderstorms over on the Mississippi River around Memphis. I don't believe that little stripe of showers that it's coming just right through Huntsville right now. I don't believe it's hitting the ground. It might, but I just got back from cutting grass and weed eating and got that taken care of. And so let the rain come. No, nobody wants to see the storms. But if you are watching here on Facebook, you can drop me a comment. I'll ask you to follow, like, and share our page. And like I said, you can comment during this live broadcast. We ask you to support my page by sending stars. It's a digital gift that helps me earn money for relief effort supplies and other weather related material. So we ask you to do that if you're watching on Facebook. We are simulcasting over on YouTube. We're still needing 1,000 subscribers so we can get super chats going over there and get donations that way. While you're over on YouTube, subscribe. It's free. Hit that thumbs up and comment over there as well, as I've got both comment boxes up and I can see your comments on Facebook and YouTube. While you're here, you see over to the left hand side of the screen, you see our donation boxes there. You can donate through PayPal by scanning that QR code or Cash App. Our Cash App code is $BBNASC, or you can go to Venmo at BBNASC and donate that way. But once again, if you're watching here on Facebook, you can send stars. That helps us get that digital gift from Facebook. So I know everybody wanting to talk about Tuesday, and we'll get to that here shortly. Uh, but I do hope you're having a wonderful Monday afternoon, and I hope you have a good Monday evening. We're going to start looking at some graphics here. Once again, I hope my audio is good. Just let me know. Drop me a comment there. If you got any questions or comments, please shoot them there in the comment box during this live broadcast. Please don't ask me if we're going to get tornadoes, okay? I don't know if we will or not. Where they'll be, I do not know. I know we are under an enhanced risk right now. That's for thunderstorms. So, but let's look at the rest of our day for Monday. This is the severe weather outlook for Monday, May 19th, 2025. You see the northeastern corner of Alabama and most of southern Tennessee is under that marginal risk or severe storms. You see that yellow area there that's in Sewanee and Chattanooga and Dayton, Tennessee. That is a 2 out of 5 risk, which is slight. So over in the northeast corner, uh, up in that area. So just kind of if you live up there uh, in the northeast corner, so just remember of Jackson County, you need to keep eyes and ears open later this afternoon through evening because the they are expecting anywhere from 2 to 7 p.m. this afternoon or evening for severe storms. Now, what to do? You need to review your severe weather action plan and have multiple ways to receive warnings. What they're expecting, we're not expecting any tornadoes with this outlook for our Monday. We are looking at gusts 60 miles per hour or greater. There's a confidence level there that's just above a low, probably a medium chance, close to a medium chance, and hail 1 inch or greater. And I'll be here throughout the rest of the evening. I'll be monitoring the radar throughout this evening. Hopefully, I'll get me a little bit of time out and get me a little bit of rest, get me something to eat, build my stamina up, or tomorrow's going to be the big day to be really monitoring and giving you constant updates throughout the afternoon. I will let you know, depending on the timing, which could change for tomorrow. I may get out and chase depending on the timing. If not, I will be here at the Weather Hub here at my home office, and I will be watching and monitoring and go live throughout the event. But that is the severe weather outlook for today, Monday. So, if once again, if you live up in the northeastern corner of Jackson County, uh, stay weather aware this afternoon. I know I have forecasted a stay weather aware day for tomorrow. I don't know if I'll bump that up. It depends on what the convective outlook looks like for tomorrow. If they bump it up to a moderate risk, which is a level 4 out of 5, I'll bump that up to a stay weather alert day. And after I get off here, I'll post those and what they mean. Stay weather aware day is a lower uh, rank, and the higher rank would be stay weather alert. So I'll post that depending on what the outlook comes in later on this evening. But definitely, if you live up in the northeast corner of Jackson County, keep an eye out this afternoon and evening for possibility of severe thunderstorms. I will be here at the Weather Hub throughout the rest of this evening. If anything pops up, I'll go live or I'll post that information of any watches or warnings that take place. Once again, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, you can comment, ask me any questions. Once again, don't ask me if we're going to have tornadoes. If I knew that, I would go get the lottery numbers and be rich and quit what I'm doing. So just we have to be prepared. And I'm going to go over preparedness safety tips at the end of this broadcast. All right, here's Monday's timeline. You see the earliest start would be 1. Right now it's 3. Don't have anything popping up on radar, so I'm just going to keep an eye out. But most likely anywhere from 2 to 5 there in that light blue area, which is over in the northwest corner of the state. Then you see the turquoise color there, number 2. The earliest start be 1, and anywhere from 3 to 6. The latest end would be 9, and that's just a stripe there through central North Alabama up into Tennessee, and then that darker shade of blue. Well, I guess we could call that Tar Heel blue or Richard Petty blue. Earliest start once again at 1, most likely 4 to 7. Latest would end at 10. So, like I said, northeast corner, Jackson County, anywhere from now till 6 p.m., even 7 p.m. I would kind of keep an eye and ear open to ever changing weather conditions. I'm going to read the bottom line that was dropped at the lunchtime hour at 12:16 p.m. National Weather Service put this out from Huntsville. The bottom line up front today: low to medium chance of severe storms. Low confidence in storms redeveloping over southern Middle Tennessee and portions of north central and northeast Alabama between 2 to 7 p.m. this afternoon and evening. The main threats: gusty winds, large hail, primary over southern Middle Tennessee and far northeast Alabama. There's low to medium confidence on that. And then they're looking up at Tuesday: medium chance of severe storms, increasing confidence in strong to severe storms impacting all of North Alabama and southern Middle Tennessee from 4 p.m. Tuesday afternoon through midnight Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Main threats: damaging wind gusts, a few tornadoes, and large hail. Medium to high confidence is what the National Weather Service is looking at for your Tuesday. Give you the latest convective thunderstorm outlook for Tuesday. You see that orange area is a level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk, all the way from Kentucky, all of southern Tennessee, most of Tennessee, and down through Alabama and over into Mississippi, almost into Birmingham, and I believe it is in Birmingham. But once again, like I always say, don't pay attention to the colors. Even slight risk could see some strong to severe thunderstorms for their Tuesday. So, once again, I don't know if they'll bump that up to 4 out of 5 moderate risk. We'll wait and see on that, and if they do, where it'll be. But right now, we're under enhanced risk for seeing severe thunderstorms. Here's our tornado probability. You see we're at a 10% chance probability of a tornado within 25 miles of a given point. That orange area there, that's 10%. The yellow area is 5%, and the green area is 2%. So we'll have to keep our eyes open. Once again, that's 10% chance of seeing a tornado within 25 miles of a point. We're going to look at our hail probability. The yellow area is a 15% chance probability of 1 inch hail or larger within 25 miles of a point, and that brown area is 5%. So we're all under that 15% chance of seeing hail 1 inch or larger. And something the National or Storm Prediction Center did change is the wind probability. They have added this red area, which is a 45% chance of damaging wind gusts 58 plus miles per hour. So that's all of North Alabama, Southern Tennessee. Uh, so with that wind probability bumped up to 45%, take time this afternoon or evening and tie down those loose objects outside, or gather them or store them in your garage. We don't need those things blowing around garbage cans. Make sure you anchor down the state bird, that trampoline, uh, any outdoor furniture. You might want to flip it upside down or store it or anchor it somehow. Just those loose items outside that can be tossed around and cause damage to other people's property or your vehicles. Uh, be wary of that. So once again, that red area there, the Storm Prediction Center has bumped that up to 45% chance of seeing damaging wind gusts 58 plus miles per hour. All right, let's get to our second set of graphics. Here's our severe weather outlook Tuesday. This is what everybody's wanting to know. This is as of 12:16 this afternoon. You see, we are under an enhanced risk, that level 3 out of 5. All of southern Tennessee, North Alabama, of seeing gusts 60 mile per hour or greater. That's medium confidence level on that. A few tornadoes, medium confidence level, and hail 1 inch or greater is around a medium confidence level. The timing for that, 4 p.m. Tuesday afternoon through midnight, Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. And what to do, you need to review your severe weather action plan and have multiple ways to receive warnings. I'm just looking at something right here. All right, let's get to the timing for Tuesday storms. You see there in that light blue area over in the northwest corner of Alabama. You see the earliest start would be 2 p.m. Most likely, we're looking around 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. The latest it would end is 10. That stripe of turquoise blue there is earliest start would be 4, and then most likely with 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. And for that number 3 area, earliest start would be 6 p.m., most likely 8 p.m. to midnight, and the latest it would end is 2 o'clock Wednesday morning. So that's your timing as of now. This could change. The system could slow down. It could speed up. So just keep this timing in mind as of right now. Here is once again the tornado threat for tomorrow, Tuesday, May 20th. You see a tornado or two is almost up to a high level. A few tornadoes, about medium chance. Several tornadoes, some of which could be significant, EF2 to EF5, closer to the lower end of their confidence level. Potential impacts would be tornadoes could spin up quickly, possible property damage to vehicles and structures. So that hatched area there is a significant tornado parameter, which would be anything EF2 plus. Once again, where they will be, we don't know. We just know that the Storm Prediction Center has outlined this area for that possibility of seeing EF2 to EF5 tornadoes. We might not see anything, but we might see a couple. So it's best to stay aware tomorrow. And Carson Kelly here has dropped in and says, "How are you doing today?" I'm doing great. Just trying to get everybody up to date on the latest or severe weather chances. So, Carson, welcome aboard. If you got any other comments, please drop them in. Once again, if you're here watching on Facebook, follow, like, and share, comment during this live broadcast. We ask you to send stars. You can also Go over to YouTube. We're simulcasting as we speak. We need 1,000 subscribers. Go over there and subscribe. Give it a thumbs up. The subscription is free. Trying to build that up so we can get super chats. And we've got QR codes. I'll drop in here later on. That way, if anybody wants to make a donation, feel free to do so. But right now, that's your tornado threat for your Tuesday. We're looking at our large hail threat. You see sub-severe hail less than 1 inch. Got a high probability for that, and that's their confidence level. Severe hail 1 inch or greater is about a medium confidence level on that, and then considerable severe hail 1 3/4 or greater is on the lower end. Potential impacts for that is large hail may injure people caught outdoors, possible property damage to vehicles and structures. So if you've got a garage, I would ask that you pull it inside your car inside, and that way it'll be safe there. Carson Kelly asked, "How bad do you think it will be in Center Alabama?" I will send you uh, some type of information on that. Once again, Center Alabama, we're all probably under that enhanced risk, so chances are you're going to see severe thunderstorms within that enhanced risk area. Once again, I don't know if they'll bump it up to a moderate later tonight when they drop the latest outlook, but whatever they do, I'll post that information as far as the update, Carson. So just keep tabs here on Facebook or YouTube if I go live. All right, but that's the large hail threat for your Tuesday. Wish I could give you more information, Carson, but everybody's under an enhanced risk. So of seeing severe thunderstorms. All right. Once again, the Storm Prediction Center dropped that 45% of seeing damaging winds of 58 plus miles per hour. And they've got a high level for that, or confidence for sub-severe gusty winds 40 to 60 miles per hour. So I emphasize, if you've got any loose objects outdoors, please anchor those down or get them inside a garage, store them up. That's patio furniture, garbage cans, trampolines, any kids' toys. Get those loose items anchored down or stored inside. Carson, you're welcome. Thanks for watching. But severe wind gusts 60 miles per hour or greater, closer to a high confidence level, and considerable severe winds 70 miles per hour or greater, medium confidence level on that. The potential impacts: damaging winds may blow down a few trees and power lines, possible property damage to vehicles and structures. With that being said, if we do have trees down, don't go out and investigate. There might be some power lines down that might still be active. We don't need anybody electrocuted. Just call your utility company and inform them that you've got power out and trees are down, and let them come out and take care of those lines for you. All right, what the National Weather Service is watching for Tuesday night: the current most likely scenario, the Tennessee Valley remains devoid of thunderstorms through much of the day until around 4 p.m. A few supercell thunderstorms develop during the late afternoon. All severe hazards will be possible. A more intense line of storms with embedded supercells moves through the area Tuesday evening, with all severe hazards possible, including localized strong damaging winds 70 plus miles per hour and tornadoes. Alternative scenario number one: several supercells develop during the mid to late afternoon and are able to tap into a very unstable environment. A higher threat for severe weather evolves, including tornadoes. A line of storms with embedded supercells is a little more intense and produces more widespread gusts of 70 to 80 mile per hour. Tornado threat is slightly higher, including the potential for a strong tornado or two. And the alternative scenario number two: the Tennessee Valley remains devoid of thunderstorms all day, and the prefrontal afternoon supercells do not materialize. A severe line of thunderstorms move into the region Tuesday evening. Wind gusts to 60 miles per hour occur in the strongest portions of the line, but wind damage is not widespread. The tornado threat is also lower as supercell structures are more limited. I know that everybody's going to go for number two, right? All right, and before we get out of here, I want to go over just a few safety tips. And we'll get back and we'll look at radar, and I'll give you some other information there. But here's some safety tips Know your location on a map. What county do you live in? What counties are around you? What direction are the storms moving, and what relation are the storms to your location? You can find yourself on the map. Uh, do so today. That way, if you know the storms are coming through maybe Lawrence County, they're moving northeast, and you live in Limestone County, you know that they're coming your way, and that'll give you a heads up to take shelter immediately. So find yourself on a map, know your location, and that will be a big help for you and your family. Here's a severe weather preparedness plan. The questions you need to ask: where's your safe place or shelter? How will you get there? Who is the emergency contact? Items you will need: list of emergency contact information, safety gear, shoes, helmet, and your safety kit. Consider specific needs in your household: pets, dietary needs, medical needs, and disabilities, or access and functional needs. You can go to ready.gov, make a plan, and they've got one there that you can download and you can print out and fill out all that information and have it on hand and put it in your strong box or fireproof box. That way you'll have it with you at all times. But that is a preparedness plan that you can have. We always want to emphasize have multiple ways to get warnings on your cell phone. Be sure do not disturb is off on your phone. And there's many weather apps, local weather stations here in North Alabama, or if you live in Southern Tennessee, there's the local stations have weather apps you can download. Those are great. You can always find information on the internet. Keep in contact with local TV and radio. If you've got a NOAA weather radio, I would change the batteries in it today. Make sure it's up and working. You can also get information from family, friends, and coworkers. Outdoor sirens, it shows. Don't rely on outdoor sirens because that's just for people that work outside or if there's a sporting event. Don't rely on outdoor sirens to warn you, okay? Unless you've got a job outside. So have multiple ways of getting warnings. Preferably your cell phone with a weather app and a NOAA weather radio. Once again, make sure your cell phone is charged and your NOAA weather radio has fresh batteries and it's plugged in as we speak. That way, if the power goes out, it'll pick up the battery side and it'll give you the information and give you alerts. Always have an emergency kit up and ready to go, a bug out bag, and you want a first aid kit in it, water, non perishable food, cell phone charger. You want to have that weather radio, a flashlight with batteries, whistle, and an air horn. And additional items you might want to have is infant food, extra cash, pet supplies, fire extinguisher, extra clothes, books, games, and medication. One thing we always emphasize: don't forget your helmets. Have those in your safe place or your shelter. Head injuries have a statistically higher fatality rate of 23% versus the 3% case fatality rate of all other injuries combined. So if you've got a motorcycle helmet, bicycle helmet, football, baseball, construction helmet, or skateboard, have those in your safe place and make sure everybody's got one. Community shelters, I will be posting tomorrow the link for community shelters in different counties. Uh, you might want to go ahead if you know that there's a community shelter in your area, call ahead and ask them if you've got pets that you want to carry with you. A lot of them are not pet accessible, so you want to call in advance. I know a lot of them will not open until there's a watch issued. So you might want to call ahead, get with your EMA, ask them where your local shelter is. Once again, I'll post that link tomorrow, first thing when I get up, and I'll be posting that information. But if you know you've got a local storm shelter for your community, you want to call them and ask them, do they accept pets? If not, you need to find a safe shelter within your home, basement, or another shelter in a neighbor's place. Speaking of that, your safe place from tornadoes would be an interior room without windows, can also be protective. If you receive a tornado warning, you need to take shelter immediately. Most inner part of your home without windows. If you've got a basement, that's great. If you've got a uh, shelter or a storm cellar, that would be another option that you could use. Nowhere to go when sheltering from a tornado. If you have no basement, move to interior room with no windows. Quickly move to your basement and bring your emergency supply kit. Don't forget your helmets. Top floor rooms do not protect you. Exterior rooms and rooms with windows do not protect you. And no place outside is safe from a tornado. So if you have no basement, move to that interior room with no windows. If you've got a basement, get to the lowest level and bring your emergency kit and make sure you've got your helmets with you. Here's some tornado sheltering guidelines. The worst options would be mobile homes or manufactured homes, vehicles underneath a highway overpass. If you're out driving around and you start getting hail and it starts dinging your car, do not stop under a highway overpass. Okay? That causes chaos and it could cause deadly wrecks. Those are worst options to be, even if a tornado and you're out driving. Get to a business or a sturdy structure. You need to find that another option. Once again, large open rooms like gymnasiums, banquet halls, manufactured housing is a bad option. Find another option. You live in a mobile home or manufactured home today. Tomorrow, I would be getting information on where else you could go. If your neighbors have got a basement or storm cellar, call them or get with them today and ask them, hey, if a tornado warning happens and it's in our area, would it be okay if I come over? All right. Like James Spann says, bake a cake, make cookies, take it over and ask for that favor from them. Or if you've got a community shelter nearby, that would be another option. Good options are interior rooms of a well constructed home or building or a basement. And the best options are above or below ground tornado shelter that's NSSA or ICC 500 compliant and specifically designed FEMA safe room. Those are tornado sheltering guidelines. So if you live in a mobile home or manufactured home today, I would find a alternate shelter for tomorrow. So that's it for all the graphics. I'm going to get back here and we're going to look at radar. Let me get this into loop. I'm watching these storms over here on the Mississippi River and around Memphis, how they're popping up. So I'll start watching if anything fills in over in Mississippi. Kind of watch that area. There is a couple of tornado watches out to the Midwest. This one up here is expires at 9. Max wind gust is 70. And the southern flank of this tornado watch runs till 7. Once again, max wind gust of 70 miles per hour. So there's a few tornado warnings out over here. I'm going to be getting off of here and I'm going to start looking at the conditions out over in that area. But once again, if you're watching me on Facebook or if you're watching on YouTube, especially on Facebook, once you send stars, I always give all my content a thumbs up, comment. I want you to follow, like, and share on Facebook. Once again, if you're over on YouTube, we'll ask you to subscribe over there. And you see the QR codes there on the screen. There's PayPal. Scan that QR code. You can donate that way. The Cash App is $ BBNASC or Venmo at BBNASC. We appreciate your donations. All your donations will go to Relief Effort Supplies. It doesn't go into my pocket. I buy tarps, water, other relief effort supplies. I also use that money to buy weather radios. We have giveaways, or contests for giveaways for weather radios, or we just give those to those that can't afford them. So be sure to have your 2 ways of receiving alerts today. And if anything breaks out, I will pop back in and we'll go live if any storms start affecting our area, if there's any watches or warnings placed out. Not really expecting anything. Once again, If you're over in Jackson County this afternoon and evening, keep an eye and ear open for that area. And I'm going to get out of here and try and get back a little later. If not, I'll do live coverage all day Tuesday tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow, I'm going to gather a lot of information and a lot of data and get some graphics together. I will not be posting the daily forecast that you see each and every day here on Facebook. I'm strictly going to go severe weather coverage tomorrow once all the information is in and I can get the graphics loaded and I'll go live. But like I always say, wherever you go, no matter what the weather, always bring your own sunshine. This is Bobby with North Alabama Storm Chase, wishing you a wonderful Monday afternoon and evening. We'll check with you later.